I think the world is traveling towards Mangalore today. About 48 minutes. And I need that cup of coffee. Man, where do these guys come from? This is what makes it all worth it. All that traffic getting out of the city, but then once you hit the open road and you take in these beautiful vistas. Hello, dosae is a mini, but the butter is the same as for the full dosae. You go. Good morning, folks, and welcome to another Sunday ride. Just met my buddy Sridhar at the Parle G toll here on the Tumkur highway. The plan is to ride towards Bellur Cross. A little short of that, stop at Swathi Delicacy for breakfast and then head back. It's a little late in the morning, it's about 8 o'clock, and I think we should be there at Swathi Delicacy in the next hour or so. So today is also the 21st of October. So it's that long weekend leading up to Dasara. So there's also a fair bit of traffic on the road, which also led to us getting a little late. So plenty of traffic, plenty of people, I guess, heading out. But not complaining, always happy to be on the motorcycle. Just have to be a little mindful as I weave through this traffic. And sometimes people just change. Look at that guy, he just changed, he just went to the left. So you gotta be careful. And of course people honking away at the back. I think it should be fine once we take the left at Nelamangala. So it's been a busy week and just been caught up with stuff. I was also ill, had a bit of a flu, did not ride the last weekend, but rode the weekend before that. We celebrated Jaden's birthday. If you haven't caught that vlog yet, I'm going to place a link in the description below. But yes, so today is a ride after a fortnight, so it's going to be a nice Sunday ride, albeit a little warm because it's going to be hot when on the return journey. It's already, the sun is already blazing through. No cloud cover at all this morning. Also looking at doing a ride, a weekend ride with the boys. Let's see how that pans out. If that happens, that'll happen sometime in November, and I'm hoping we're able to do that. Like I said, I'm I'd like to vlog more when we're doing those sort of rides. I enjoy it a lot more, and I suppose you too. On these regular rides, sometimes if you step out late, by the time you get to the highway itself, you're a little beaten down. Anyways, I've said this ad nauseum, but I think the biggest challenge for us on our highways is just the fact that you have slow moving traffic that hogs the right, and then everything else goes for a toss. There's that bus there, a truck in front of that on the right lane, so everything else is stuck behind it. Anyways, let me not get into gripe mode, let's get into ride mode. Surrounded by traffic, in the traffic. We took the left to Nelamangala and finally emerged out of a horrendous traffic jam. I think the world is traveling towards Mangalore today, but the ride's going to be a lot more pleasant from here on. About 48 minutes, and I need that cup of coffee. Looking forward to breakfast at Swathi Delicacy. I've got a couple of vlogs already up on the eatery, so not going to be vlogging about the food there. If you haven't caught it yet, I'm going to place some links in the description below. Gives you an indication of the traffic that's heading towards Mangalore when you see all lanes occupied. And of course this bus has decided to come all the way to the left. And look at this gentleman here. He's decided to block the motorcycles, and he's getting rogered by the bus. Man, where do these guys come from? I keep saying this all the time, but it's not the fact that we have poor infrastructure, it's not the fact that we don't have good roads. Yeah, sure, there may be challenges on that front, but it's not bad. The challenge is people who make things bad for everybody else around them. It's not the traffic, it's not the roads. We are the issue. I mean, you saw that. What's the point? You're trying to get somewhere in a hurry, and because of that you're making life miserable for yourself, because there's a lot of tension. There's a bus that's going by, you don't know if he's going to hit you. Your family is probably getting hassled in the car. What's the point? I think the infrastructure that we have, of course, can get better, and it will get better, but if we as citizens don't do what we need to do, if we don't adhere to systems, it's only going to get worse. That 5 minutes more, even if it takes you, will give you peace of mind. You'll reach safely, you'll reach in a nice, calm sort of a mind, and you will also ensure that your fellow travelers on the highway too have a good experience. Anyways, Bellur Cross is one of my favorite routes, and this is a route that I think has the least amount of traffic. Of course today is an exception, but other than that it's got the least amount of traffic. Great roads all through, and I have some milestones that so my first 10,000 kilometers on the Harley that I did was on this particular stretch years ago. I think, when was it? 2015. What a feeling that was. And I think now I'm coming up to roughly about 60,000 kilometers. The last couple of years, of course, my riding has gotten a little less, but otherwise before that, every Sunday we'd be out. A lot more food trucks, a lot more vendors on the highway since then. Of course, I wish there was a way to regulate this, provide scheduled stops or areas where they can set up as opposed to anywhere. Anyways, this is what a ride should be all about. Cruising at 80, open roads, beautiful landscape around us, 6th gear. the places are so crowded today, all the restaurants. There was a time when we used to come on this road, on this highway. There was only Mayura. Then Swathi Delicacy came up later. That was it. So today there are at least about 10 or 12 eateries on this road. And I'm not talking about just random eateries. These are proper eateries, nice places to sit down, restrooms, etc. For the most part. I mean, in varying degrees of comfort and convenience. But despite that, every place is crowded, especially on a weekend like this. So it just tells you that people are out so much more, they're traveling so much more, as opposed to, let's say, what it was earlier. I'm sure when we go to Swathi Delicacy, even that's going to be as packed. Love this burst of yellow on the highway. The one thing I realize is that people don't use their mirrors. Right, he's got his mirror folded and just gave his right indicator turned. Half job done. Give your indicator, take a look at the mirror, see what's coming behind you for your own safety. This entire route was like this earlier. Entire route, fields on both sides. That's all you could see. A lot has changed, be it in terms of the number of eateries, stalls, etc. But this is what it was like earlier when you rode on this highway. Coconut trees, areca palms on both sides. This is what makes it all worth it. All that traffic getting out of the city, but then once you hit the open road and you take in these beautiful vistas, this is what makes it all worth it. Got an open stretch of road back there, so did some speeds that I typically don't hit for a short burst, just to get the engine going. You know what I mean. Well, here we are at Swathi Delicacy. Take a U-turn. Cafe caffeine. So only caffeine that we'll have is in Swathi delicacy. Looking forward to that cup of coffee.
Couple of years ago, again you and me came
Here.
here. Only the two of us.
Really?
We had coffee outside.
Ah, okay. So good. The best coffee that you will find on the highway is here. Nice and
Yeah.
right.
No, no.
You sure? Just have a bit. You see how crunchy it is. Nice crunchy vada. This idli is very soft. Huh?
Chutney is good. Only the sambar is too sweet for my taste.
Yeah, so this is a South Canara sambar.
Yeah. But the chutney is good.
It's not you're used to the Tamil sambar. So this sambar is more the tomato, a little bit jaggery.
Yeah.
And here there's a lot of parpu, a lot of the lentils.
And vegetables also.
And the kesari baat, some pongal.
Yeah, pongal and this is brinji or
Oh, it's like a palav. Nice.
in Tamil. Yeah, nice. It is very flavorful.
Yeah. In Tamil,
Tamil Nadu we call it brinji.
brinji. Lovely. The food here is always standard. Yeah. It's like never disappoints you. You're clearing all the butter away.
Yeah, rolling the butter over the dosa.
Although dosa is a mini, but the butter is the same as for the full dosa. Very good. See, places may come around. There's so many places, right? From the time that these guys opened. But I've only seen the customers get only increase. So if you focus on your food, people will come. And this is on the opposite side, mind you. Although it's a half dosa,
You still have the kesari baat.
I still have the kesari baat, but this is quite filling. Huh?
That's why I reminded you.
It's like a slightly tappa dosa, no? It's not like a...
Yeah.
Well, that was a good breakfast at Swathi Delicacy. Textbook idli, vade, benne masala dosa. Also, he wanted us to taste some of the pongal, palav, a little bit of the kesari baat too. Perfect. I mean, so many places have cropped up on this stretch, but the reason why people keep going back there is the consistency that you will find in the food there. Always so good. The sun is blazing hot now. I think there's one more restaurant coming up there. Perhaps another one here. It's going to be a warm ride back. Now it's okay, but I think once we get closer to the city or we hit the city, But I think the stretch from here to Nelamangala should be much better than the morning, because most of the traffic was going towards Hassan, Chikmagaluru, Mangalore. So there's not too much traffic on the way to Bengaluru at this point. So I think we're going to enjoy this ride. I'm not used to breakfast in the morning for the most part, so I'm feeling quite heavy, quite lethargic. So ride nice and easy. So I've done 100 kilometers, 200 kilometer ride back home. Not bad for a Sunday morning at all.